Princess Charlotte, the daughter of future King William, has recently found herself at the center of an upsetting rumor. Some people are questioning whether she will receive as much attention from her parents as her brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis. Despite not being pushed down in the line of succession, there is a concern that Charlotte might not receive the same level of attention as her older brother George. This has sparked fears that Kate and William might devote more time to George and Louis, possibly relying more on nannies to care for Charlotte. However, to truly understand Charlotte's relationship with her parents, particularly with William, it's important to reflect on a moment that shows the immense joy Charlotte's birth brought to her father. On May 10, 2015, at 8:34 a.m., the world learned of Charlotte's arrival, not through the traditional easel outside Buckingham Palace, but through a tweet from Kensington Palace. The tweet read, "Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Cambridge was safely delivered of a daughter at 8:30 p.m. This moment marked a significant shift in how royal news was shared, embracing modern technology while still maintaining traditional methods." William, typically not one for long speeches, didn't say much when he spoke to the press outside St. Mary's Hospital. His simple statement, "I'm very happy," conveyed volumes about his pride and excitement to be a father to a baby girl. His joy was evident, but it also signified the growing responsibilities he faced. In the weeks leading up to Charlotte's birth, William shared a light-hearted thought with the crowd during a walkabout. He quipped, "They say that number 1 is a life changer and that number 2 is a game changer," which perfectly captured the shift from a family of 3 to a family of 4. As the only daughter of Prince William, who is set to become the next king of the UK, Princess Charlotte has drawn significant attention. She is often compared to her late grandmother, Princess Diana, who was beloved for her kindness, humanitarian work, and tragic death in 1997. Diana's influence remains deeply felt within the royal family, and William's grief over losing her at such a young age has shaped his approach to raising his children, especially Charlotte. In a 2017 documentary titled Mind Over Marathon, William opened up about the lasting impact of his mother's death. He admitted that even after 2 decades, the shock of losing Diana still felt raw. "I still feel it, 20 years later," he shared. People say shock can't last that long, but it does. You never get over it. It's such an unbelievably big moment in your life that it never leaves you. You just learn to deal with it. His honesty revealed the profound effect Diana's passing still has on him. To ensure his children, including Charlotte, feel connected to Diana's memory, William has made a concerted effort to keep her presence alive in their lives. In an ITV documentary, he revealed that he regularly talks about Granny Diana with his kids and has placed more photos of her around their home. "We've got more photos up around the house now of her, and we talk about her a bit," William said. This ongoing conversation ensures that Diana's legacy remains a part of their family's story. Perhaps the most touching tribute to Diana is seen in Charlotte's full name, Charlotte Elizabeth Diana. By including Diana's name, William ensured that his mother's legacy would be passed down to his daughter, keeping her memory alive in a personal and meaningful way. William and Catherine have made sure that Princess Charlotte carries her grandmother's memory in a significant way, weaving it into her very identity. Unlike many modern parents who find out the gender of their baby beforehand, William and Catherine chose to keep it a surprise. As a result, William didn't have much time to adjust to the idea of raising a daughter, making the experience both exciting and overwhelming. In a candid interview on the Vietnamese talk show Talk Vietnam in 2016, Prince William spoke about how becoming a father had profoundly changed his life. While he admitted he deeply loves his children, he acknowledged the transition had been difficult. "I've struggled at times," he confessed, recognizing the challenges of going from an independent single man to a married father. Fortunately, Catherine has been a steady source of support throughout this journey. William often speaks about how Catherine's calm presence has helped him adjust to the challenges of fatherhood, especially in the early days when everything felt new and overwhelming. Her experience and natural maternal instincts have provided a comforting balance to William's uncertainties. Having grown up with his brother Harry, William had little experience with the dynamics of raising a daughter. He discussed this in the same interview, explaining how having a girl was a unique challenge. "I haven't had a sister, so having a daughter is a very different dynamic," he said, highlighting his willingness to learn and adapt as a father. Raising children, he acknowledged, is always a mix of joy and challenges, and becoming a father to Charlotte and George was no different. Even with his royal status and the support around him, the everyday chaos of raising young children often led to moments of frustration and headaches, just like it does for any parent. In 2016, during an appearance at the Welsh Rugby Charitable Trust, William offered a candid and humorous glimpse into the realities of parenting two young children. Speaking to the crowd, he joked about the chaos at home with George and Charlotte. "No broken bones yet, but they're trying." He added, "Please tell me it gets easier." These remarks perfectly captured the energetic and mischievous nature of his kids. At the time, Charlotte was just 10 months old, so she wasn't yet running and jumping like her older brother George, who was nearly 3. George's curiosity and nonstop activity kept William and Catherine constantly on their toes, balancing the need to keep him safe with letting him explore. Despite the chaos at home, William described Charlotte as very easy, very sweet, which likely helped bring a sense of calm to the household. However, he also acknowledged the advice of more experienced parents who warned him that the challenges would only grow as the kids got older. "All the fathers say, 'Just you wait.' When they get to 9, 10, 11, they go crazy," he laughed. When it came to Charlotte, William often spoke with affection, describing her as a little joy of heaven, reflecting the immense happiness she brought to their family. As Charlotte grew, her personality began to shine through in playful and sometimes mischievous ways. By the time Charlotte turned 3, William humorously revealed that she had developed a bit of a cheeky side. In the 2020 ITV documentary A Planet for Us All, while interacting with children in Kenya, William joked with a young girl, "Do you like trouble? You're like my little Charlotte." This moment showcased Charlotte's spirited nature and her natural curiosity. In another adorable moment from the same documentary, a curious child asked if Charlotte was cheekier than George. William smiled and responded, "No, they're about as cheeky as each other. They're very cheeky." This highlighted the playful bond between the siblings, filled with mischief and love. Despite acknowledging Charlotte's tendency for mischief, William didn't seem bothered by it. Instead, he embraced her curiosity and adventurous spirit as natural parts of her development. In 2017, during a visit to a hospital, William jokingly predicted that Charlotte would be a handful as she got older, a sentiment many parents can relate to. "I think she's going to be in trouble when she's older," he said with a laugh. "All fathers say that." His words reflected his relatability as a dad, acknowledging the challenges and surprises of raising children. Historically, royal children were raised with considerable help from nannies, meaning parents had less direct involvement in their children's everyday lives. However, this tradition began to shift with Princess Diana, who was determined to give William and Harry as normal a childhood as possible. Diana's hands-on approach was a departure from royal norms, emphasizing affection, openness, and experiences outside the palace. William has carried on her legacy by embracing a modern, hands-on parenting style with his own children. One memorable moment that highlighted William's commitment to being involved in his children's lives was when he proudly shared that he had changed George's first diaper. "I had every midwife staring at me," he recalled with a grin in an interview with CNN, showcasing how rare it was for royal fathers to take on such direct childcare duties. While the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge do have the help of a nanny, they have chosen to take on a significant amount of parenting themselves. This hands-on approach to raising their children has been noted by those close to the family. Despite the expectation of having a team of staff to assist them, visits to their home have revealed that it's mostly just William and Catherine caring for the kids. You'd think they'd have an army of staff helping them, but it's really just them and the children, a source shared with People, highlighting the couple's active involvement in family life. William's commitment to being an involved father stems from his desire to provide his children with the nurturing and stability he sometimes felt was lacking during his own childhood. Reports from the Daily Mail suggest that William is determined to be a better father than his own father, King Charles. William has spoken about how his father's sense of duty often meant sacrificing time with his children, especially after Princess Diana's tragic death. William's efforts to be a present and hands-on father are evident in the everyday tasks he takes on, such as doing Princess Charlotte's hair. He's joked, "I can do Charlotte's ponytail, but that's about it. I don't have enough hair to practice on," reflecting his sense of humor and his willingness to step into traditionally gendered roles in parenting. The royal family is also known for using endearing and playful nicknames, and William and Catherine are no different. They have affectionate names for their children, with Charlotte being called Lottie by her parents. The couple has a tradition of using nicknames, especially when speaking with each other. Catherine has been known to refer to William as Wills, in a casual, loving way. In addition to their modern approach to parenting, William and Catherine have also strived to maintain a sense of normalcy for their children. They have made a point to take family holidays, allowing their children to experience life outside the palace walls. For example, during a visit to the Carbis Bay Hotel in Cornwall in 2021, William was spotted carrying Charlotte as she fell asleep in his arms. This moment reflected the family's efforts to find balance and keep things as normal as possible for their children.